Let's go finish all of Faruzan's endings. So I can focus on the other stuff I meant to do this weekend. God damn it, Genshin. Why do I even still play? I suddenly want to play Breath of the Wild again. Tears of the Kingdom can't come any sooner. Ah! Let's go see the middle path.
What now? She seems so busy. Master said there's no rush, but I know that he's been busy working on something at Party's DI, so he hasn't returned to Gandharvaville for several days now. I feel for Madame Faruzan, but if I get her in But if the do you have some way to invite her over to Party's DI without stepping on the Academia's toes?
No.
Okay then, I'm counting on you.
I have to teach students from Haravatat or owe Kasharawar a favor. It strikes...
Madame Faruzan, we're back! Sorry for asking again, but are you sure you can't go to Party's DI today?
Well, since you're asking me so sincerely, let's just ignore the Academia and...
Please, Madame Faruzan, focus! Today's the deadline. Huh?
Oh.
Why,
Yeah.
Wait. Also, there...
A fully automated...
A fully automated...
Precisely. I saw a similar...
A mechanism like...
Fret not.
An official I'll go inform my...
Sure.
God damn it.
Phew. I think she bought it. Even though this is our...
Wow!
Who knows?
Huh?
If I'm right...
Oh, I know how to get the other path now. God damn it. I want to change teams first.
Need the help of an elder, huh?
I'll lead the way. Follow me.
Let's go. Time is against us.
What now? Master said that I feel for Matt, but if I get her in Yeah, that would be. But I'm sure he'll say Huh? Oh yes. So if I also stay and help, that still sounds kinda scary.
No,
Okay then. I'm counting on you.
I'm on my own this time.
I have to teach students from her.
We're back, Madame Faruzan. The traveler said that she can stay and help you.
Oh, why I couldn't ask for more. In fact, is that so? Good. It does so happen that I do have something I need help with. Now, should I apply to teach a course with Haravatat, or join the collaborative project that...
So what's the collaborative project?
I don't know if Tainari's told you about this before, but while my research involves learning about ruins and the mechanisms within them, I don't belong to Kasharawar, which specializes in researching mechanisms, nor am I in Spontamod, which specializes in researching energy flow. Instead, I'm part of Haravatat, which specializes in languages and scripts.
I see.
She has been invited to Kasharawar multiple times to continue her research, but she's rejected them each time.
Just listen to how they introduce themselves. In the future, Kasharawar will be the only Darshan with the ability to research mechanisms. There's no such thing as exclusivity in knowledge. Besides, the current Kasharawar is more concerned about how mechanisms can be used in everyday life, while my research involves textual analysis of ruins. If they're trying to use the collaborative project as an excuse to have me reconsider again...
No, that's not it. The request this time is from Akara Crafts. The representative of Kasharawar recommended you to them, Madame Faruzan. In truth, she told me that it's because she respects you a lot.
Oh, respect? Oh, my. Putting aside my ideological differences with Kasharawar, I suppose I must acknowledge this attitude of theirs. At the very least, they're bounds above those decrepit Haravatat fools.
Well, let's at least check it out.
Yeah, Akara Crafts is a pretty nice shop.
Since both of you feel as such, I shall first hear this proposal.
In summary, Akara Crafts wants to design a series of early learning toys that will cultivate curiosity and learning in children.
Early learning toys. Interesting.
The academia agreed to work with them because they hope that these toys can help children become excellent researchers in the future.
True. The current academia is in need of some new blood. If the children start learning now, perhaps I can find some talented students in a few years.
Madame Faruzan, you still haven't found any students?
Anise, Kasharawar's representative, should be staying in the inn at Port Ormos. If you want more details, you can find her there.
Port Ormos? Now there's a place I haven't been to in a long time. I wonder how much it's changed.
I probably can't join you since Port Ormos is a little far from here. I should probably go back and report to Master, and then review today's homework.
No worries. Go do your homework, Kale. Once I'm done with everything here, I'll head over to Pardistii.
I'll go with...
Thank you. Why, I'd even call this a rare chance for a curious researcher like myself to observe the legendary traveler up close.
Archon be praised! I can finally send a report to my superiors. Thank you so much. I have no idea how we might have persuaded her otherwise.
So, the canon story in my head so far is... First we tried getting Cole be a student. That didn't work, but we were technically done now. And we had an excuse, so we finally went to Party's DI to do shit. But then they found out, and now we're trying to do the collab instead. You see, there's a way all the endings can still be canon. Most of the time. Now, else is a bit of an issue. There might be someone else. But for the most part, not all the endings have to be exclusive.
Madame Faruzan! Oh, it's really you. Did you change your mind?
All right, calm down. Let me be clear. I'm still not all that interested in Kasharawar. I'm just here to see how the project is going. After all, you're here as representatives of the academia in this collaboration. The reputation of all research is at stake here, so I will not simply stand by should mistakes get made.
Either way, it's good that you were willing to come. Now, we've given Akara Crafts many ideas over the past couple of days. However, their owner thinks that our designs are too complicated, which will drive production costs too far up.
That's expected. Students who have never had to deal with budgetary constraints probably don't understand how important it is to keep costs low. How enviable. Oh,
You need money.
If you join the Kasharawar, your budget will be as big as you want it to be. I guarantee it.
That's enough. I will not repeat myself. Take me to Akara Crafts owner first, if you please.
All right. He's usually at the slope up ahead recruiting volunteers to test out his toys. Let's just head over.
True history is sometimes even more.
If Genshin does get an
Mandu,
anime, they're
the one
probably
I
gonna
recommended
have
is
1
here.
hour long episodes.
Oh, so you're, Madame
They're all
Faruzan?
gonna be freaking
Yes,
flavor
that's
text
me.
upon flavor text upon
wonderful.
flavor text.
We haven't been able to make any progress on
Constantly
our
the same
collaboration
2 frames
recently.
Of a closed
We've made
and
many
open
suggestions,
mouth.
but Miss Anise thought that those ideas were too
And then they spend
simple
their
and
budget
wouldn't
on
be
a single
effective in
1-minute
training the
combat
mind.
scene or something.
These early learning toys are meant to help the academia train future researchers, after all. If they're too simple, then how are they any different from regular toys?
But if they're too complicated, not only will they be expensive to produce considering our production capabilities, but they won't have much broad appeal to Sumeru's children either.
So the design can't be too complicated, but it can't be too easy to play with either.
I remember that in your notes, many contraptions have managed to fulfill complex functions despite using simple parts. Maybe we can do something similar with these early learning toys.
The contraptions in my notes? I didn't create those. I simply took the contraptions in the ruins apart and analyzed them. But now that you mention it, the ruins did have things like that. Do you have a pen, paper, and scissors? I'll make a paper prototype.
You have an idea already? I suppose I should have expected as much of a respected academia senior researcher. We do have those. Yes, please, help yourself. Oh, you're done already?
What's that? Science diagrams that look like shitposts.
Let me explain. These 3 thick lines represent 3 poles. These paper strips of varying lengths represent rings of different sizes. They can be slotted onto the poles and stacked up like a tower.
Well, that is easier to make than I expected. So, how is this game played?
That's very simple as well. You just need to shift the tower from this pole to another pole.
Isn't this a little too simple? Even by the standards of an early learning toy, I mean.
Of
It's
course,
for
when moving
babies.
each ring, the paper strips in this case, you must follow one rule. You can only move one ring at a time, and you can't place a bigger ring on top of a smaller one. It's like building a tower. The rings in the 3 poles must be stacked from big to small. I named this toy Pagoda Stack.
Pagoda
Like a pagoda
stack.
stick from
That
Japanese
sounds way
folk
too
thingy.
simple. Even I feel like it's missing something.
Give it a try and you'll find out if it's simple or not. I heard from Anis that you find volunteers to try out the toys, right? Why don't we do the same for this game?
It's such a simple toy. There's no need to...
Mamdu, let's just do as she says.
Huh? Okay, then.
And that's how you play this game. You can all give it a try. Let's see who's able to move the tower to another pole in the smallest number of steps.
You called everyone here for such a simple toy?
It doesn't look like it'll take that many steps.
Come on, we all promised to help Mr. Mamdu test out the new toys. He said he'd give us new Genius Invocation TCG cards.
I see. It always comes back to card games, huh?
Ugh, fine. Let's get this over and done with so we can head back and play cards.
Done! It took me 19 steps.
Huh? It took me over 20 steps.
That's a lot of steps.
I only needed 18 steps.
Not bad. Looks like you're all familiar with the rules now. Then let's increase the difficulty. The next tower will be 5 layers tall. Now then, give it a shot.
Like, this really looks like one of those science diagrams that look like a shitpost thing.
Wait, there's more?
Well, since we're already here, why don't we just give it a try?
An extra layer shouldn't make it that much harder, right?
It's 2 extra layers.
What's going on? I've already moved over 30 steps, but I'm still not done yet.
I'm almost done. Looks like I'm the faster one this time.
Done! It took me 35 steps.
It
What?
can't be.
How?
This pagoda stack toy is pretty fun to play with.
Good.
I can
We'll
simulate
try it one
the toy
final
with
time.
with
This
dice.
time we'll add 2 more layers, making 7 layers in total.
Oh. We're really keeping going?
Mamdu, we've still got quite a few paper strips here. Why don't you give this a go as well?
Do you need that many steps for something this simple? Let me try.
I am
Madam
also
Faruzan,
trying.
allow me to try it as well.
You were looking at it quite seriously just now. Are you starting to understand the principles involved?
I think so.
If you want to test out your hypothesis, you'll just have to play and find out.
3
Got
six-sided
it.
dice facing 1, 2, and 3.
We don't have enough paper strips left for you, Traveler. However, by the looks of things, you seem to have the game figured out.
Maybe.
Why don't you guess
The
what
fuck
the
was
lowest
that
number of
noise?
steps needed to solve a 7-layer pagoda stack is?
Okay, yeah, I'm trying this. I'm trying this. So you need to use. There's 3 sticks total. So I'll represent that. With D4s, why not? Just for me to not get confused. Oh no, wait, I have cards. I can use those instead. I'll just place the dice on top of 3 card backs. Excuse me. I don't have a face cam active right now, but if I had, I would show you guys. I am indeed trying to do the puzzle right now. Okay, so they need to come out 1, 2, 3 as well, but on another side. I mean, that's simple enough. The obvious first step would definitely be to just separate them. Ah, but that's where the hard part comes, huh? So that's 1, 2, 3 steps. and 4. 5. 6. Wait, does it have to come out on the other side and the middle, not just anywhere? Because I completed this in just 7 steps, and theoretically I can get it all the way to the right side by simply repeating those same 7 steps for 14 steps. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, let me undo that one. The 12 step. Yeah, 12, 13, 14. That should I could use quadratic to solve this, it seems. Although it won't it should be enough for me to get a guesstimate since there are only 4 options available. So we can follow a quadratic formula of sorts. Or maybe it's more accurate to use a triangular. Or no. Technically it multiplies by a but there's the sticks to consider when mathing out the minimum numbers of moves available. I would say 128, but since that isn't an answer, I'll go with the closest.
Oh, color me impressed. You figured it out so quickly.
What?
Let's see how well they do then.
So my formula was off by 1. I am actually the best. If only I was like that in school as well.
Oh, this is going to take more steps than I expected.
I've lost count of how many steps I've taken. Can I
When there's
restart?
just 3 steps, it's super easy since there's only 3 sticks as well. Reducing the sticks and increasing the
solved it.
layer.
Madam Faruzan, it takes 127 steps in total.
That many? But there are only 7 layers.
For every extra layer in the pagoda stack, the move order you need to consider becomes much more complex, and the number of steps required will at least double.
Quadruple,
More
actually.
accurately, it will require double the steps, plus 1 each time. You did well. You didn't underestimate the principles behind it just because it's an early learning toy. The complexity of any given contraption isn't determined by the number of parts it has.
It's kind of
The way
factorial.
the parts interact and the rules behind how it operates are important too.
Oh, I see. No wonder you emphasized in your notes that no contraption should ever be underestimated.
I see. So even a simple toy can become complex with the right set of rules.
That's right. The rules used for Pagoda Stack are the simplest kind when it comes to ancient contraption-making techniques. I could spend some time picking out all those machines that do something similar and write you a reference book. Once that happens, you can give the volunteers the reference book and paper prototypes and find out which toy is the most popular.
Do you have any other toys?
Yeah, when can we play with them?
In about 2 days or so, I think. Anise, if you're free, can you help me with the illustrations for the reference book?
Of course. I'd be honored.
2 days should be enough for us to find more volunteers. Then we can organize a huge conference here, at which we can announce which toy we'll be making.
So I guess we're going through with this, huh?
You'd be most welcome. We need more people to get a healthy range of opinions. The more, the merrier.
Thank you for coming here with me today. I'll walk back with you.
I'm still so surprised. I'm just that smart, baby. Totally wasn't just because I had a lucky guess. I want to read their minds, but I don't have powers. I don't have Nahida, and I'm too lazy.
Is Madame Faruzan really going to mentor me? What an honor! Ah, I'm sure she'll say helping with illustrations isn't mentoring, so, don't tell her I said that.
No wonder she's so well
Now I want to
respected
write
at the
a
academia.
cooking mentor.
When I first saw
like,
her, I
mentor
thought she might be
character.
unreliable because she's so young.
The young
Don't let
apprentice
her know
to
I said
be,
that.
so like,
Anis
please,
warned me about
master,
that
you
before.
have to teach me. But the master simply just doesn't care and doesn't even bother glancing. But then one day, after like an entire week of just hanging around with the mentor character, the mentor suddenly all like, would you mind doing an errand for me if you're gonna follow me around so much? Yeah, first the student character, I'm sure this has already been done. The student character's gonna be all like, why the heck do I have to do all these errands? But if it showed that I can learn from the master, but then he doesn't realize those errands are already training or whatever. Where am I going? Why did I go to why did I go to Cat's Tail? They were talking about freaking TCG, so I instinctively
I'll be going then. Say hi to Tainari and Kale for me if you can. Once everything here is settled, I'll make my way over to Pardis Di as quickly as I can. Anis. We haven't had much time to get to know each other, but she seems like a good kid. She's able to calmly figure out the basic principles behind something without being influenced by others. I'll do my best to teach her over the next few days. Still, how much she learns will really depend on her.
You're not taking her as a student?
Well, her interest lies in the application of mechanisms. I do have some old knowledge to share, but if we think about the future, it's easier for her to learn the things she's interested in if she stays in Kasharawar. My research into mechanisms is, in a sense, a side effect of my research into ancient texts. If she becomes my student to learn how to make modern contraptions, it wouldn't benefit either of us in the long run.
So you say?
However, if she develops an interest in deciphering ancient texts over these next 2 days, that would change things. If I successfully poach a student, those young punks at Haravatat will have one less reason to cut my budget. Perhaps if this collaborative project goes smoothly, I can even ignore Haravatat and ask for a higher budget directly from the academia.
So what are the clothes she's wearing?
Oh, I could come up with lots of ideas. With Anis's help, 2 days will be enough for our work. However, I'm still undecided as to the style of the reference book's text and illustrations.
Make it simple and fun. It's a toy.
You're right. If no one understands the reference book, it doesn't matter how detailed it is. It's better to make it simpler and fun so that children will be interested in the subject. It'll also make it easier for me to recruit students in the long run. Thank you. I'll take your opinion into account. See you in 2 days.
The seas are calm and the sky is blue.
I'll play the card game while waiting. Those 2 days. I really do just want to play the card game now. It's certainly an interesting puzzle. I don't know, those kinds of toys do sell pretty nicely. But no one really intentionally goes out and looks for them, and they certainly don't show up in common toy stores. Because the thing with those types of puzzles is that they only really have one solution. Well, technically, there's multiple solutions, but like, it's efficiency based, and there are certain puzzles that are also. What I'm saying is, once you've solved the puzzle, it's pretty hard to have fun with it any further. I want to make a deck with a different with a focus on a character. I'll try Eula. It's really confusing. I have 2 ways in mind on how I can play her. First, I can just try ignoring the Ice-type Vortex since it's pretty expensive anyway. And just focus on getting her burst ready as fast as possible with physical. Although they technically only cost 2 energy, they're still the new characters. Who can best support Eula? Well, preferably someone who can like do something when we normal attack. So the first person that comes to mind is obviously Xingqiu. Xingqiao. With his rain cutter. I'm sure there's someone else better. I can go Changyun and infuse her thingy. That's always an option. But like, who else are... Xiangling always works, I suppose. I can try Beidou. Man, she sucks though. The crows and other Anemo won't really help. How the freaking frick do you make any of these new characters work? I can't come up with anything. Yeah, her skill just sucks because it's backloaded. Like, yeah, you deal 4 damage, but you gotta do the 2 cryo damage first. And if you can, like, melt both of them, that would be great. But like, that's hard. There's hardly a chance that would ever happen. Bruh, Razor is still way stronger. Just because of how simple his kit is. It's still pretty backloaded, but the 3 energy is way easier to manage than this stupid gimmick Eula has. What I can do is try to prolong how long she'll be on field. And have a quick getaway option. In case they have someone like Sucralus or an overload. I'll go with Klee and Ayaka. The idea is to try to encourage the enemy to make me switch out as fast as to kill me as fast as possible, and then try to make sure that's to my benefit. Okay, this fucking sucks. So obviously Wolf's Gravestone's gonna be great here. I'll go bring in Traveler's Handy Sword and Magic Guide as well. I'll go put 2 to guarantee things a little better. I guess we just go for healing. I'll put in some of these just in case. You'll actually be useful. I don't think that'll help my win condition. Oh, oops. Now I'll just focus on Wolf's gravestone. Calc's arts could be useful. I could have Ellen as well, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have a little too many already in this deck. Yeah, just the artifact will suffice. As well as food. Just one card game, alright? Oh boy. At least I go first.
Kamisato Ayaka, present.
apologies.
In the image of the wilderness.
Alright. Ooh. I know exactly what they're planning on doing.
Take flight!
Well, I haven't bought the animated versions yet. An auto attack. That's good for me. My best course of action would be to prepare my burst as quickly as
Whirling
possible.
snow!
Do you have any enamel? Huh. They're called Speed Demon. Wow, this is a lot of cryo. I don't really need more than 3 though. But if they have Hu Tao, I'm still getting them to
Sakura
waste
swirl!
2 dice. Really? I'm gonna let him kill my Ayaka.
Ta-da! Clee's here!
I just realized the blooms he can proc won't do anything. What the heck? Oh, does he have enough to actually burst right now? Wacky.
Jumpy Dumpty go!
Let's see. If he doesn't have enough, then he's kinda screwed. Yep. Oh my. Huh. An auto attack won't kill me. Ah, but that will.
The rising floods.
Never mind, I forgot he didn't have summons. That was an absolute waste. I win.
Not water, too.
Yep. Nice, nice. Alright, let's go. I forgot Yao Yao's artifacts kinda suck. I can still 27k HP somehow.
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
Oh, you're here. We're just starting to set up the venue.
We've called up everyone we possibly could have. This is going to be quite the event.
My masterpiece is going to be exhibited after all. Let's see what the academia shall say about it this time. And if we activate this little mechanism just like that, a Sumeru rose will appear at the top of the cane.
Oh, I see.
I thought it came out of thin air! It's amazing!
If the mechanism was bigger, you could make a rabbit appear, right?
Then you can't use a cane. Could you switch it out with a hat or something?
You're applying what you learned creatively. Not bad. Let's look at the next page. If you fold an origami bird like this, it'll fly further and more stably.
Whoa. You can make a mechanism using just a piece of paper?
The principles at play are
You're
even more
making an
important than the
origami
parts that
crane
make up a
fly?
mechanism.
These are pretty cool. I'm tempted to try them out.
I'm not that interested in toys, but if they'll be beneficial for children's development...
Everyone, we have paper prototypes and craft materials that you can use to make your own toys. Come try them out.
This is such a well-prepared event. I'll give it a go.
But we want to play too!
It's fine. We have a lot of paper prototypes and craft materials. All feedback is also welcomed.
Oh, my origami bird flew further this time.
How?
Professor Faruzan, how can I make mine fly further?
Ahem. Just Madam will do. Maybe in the future, you may indeed get the chance to call me Professor. You may wish to pay attention to these few details. Here, for example. All right, try it again.
Wow, it really did fly farther!
Madam Faruzan, will we learn origami at the academia?
Of course you will. If you become a researcher, you can explore any field you like to your heart's content. In the future, if you want, you can even become one of my students.
But Mom and Dad said that there are 6 Darshans in the academia. Wait, was it 7? Which Darshan teaches about mechanisms in origami?
Well, in this case, it wouldn't be Haravatat.
I know. We need to choose Kasharawar.
Huh?
I want to attend Kasharawar in the future and fold even better origami birds.
I want to make even more awesome mechanisms!
Actually, the other Darshans do have their own specialties too. For example, Haravatat specializes in... Pay attention, children. Children?
It appears they are interested, but not in your branch.
How did this happen?
What if we end up in a Darshan we don't like? Does that mean that we won't get to learn about the things we do like?
No, that won't happen. Take me, for example. I'm a researcher from Haravatat, but I research mechanisms, see? The only person able to restrict your curiosity as a researcher is you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Not really.
Huh. It's all right. You still have a long road ahead of you. Now, do you want to learn about some other machines? Let me tell you a story about pressure-based mechanisms and elemental monuments.
How many endings? 6 endings. Base. Huh.
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
Where do we branch off from here?
I'll be going then. Say hi to Tainari and Kale for me if you can. You want to ask why I'm unwilling to join them, yes? Putting aside the fact that they're too full of themselves, I actually have no issue with their research methodologies and approach. After all, knowledge is either right or wrong. Superiority and inferiority do not come into the conversation. All researchers are just doing their best to shed light on the unknown in their respective fields of expertise. No matter what corner of the unknown they shed light on, it's a step forward for us all.
So what's the reason?
Because I believe wholeheartedly in that principle. Even if the others call my research useless, as long as the knowledge I gain from it is accurate, it could become useful in the future. In the end, useful and useless are concepts that shouldn't be used to evaluate knowledge. When I first started deciphering ancient documents, I didn't think about how it'd be useful to Kasharawar. That's why there's no need for me to join them to do useful research. I'd rather stay in Haravatat. It's much more convenient for me to access the materials I need for my research here. Still, the funding that Kasharawar has offered me is so hard to get in Haravatat. Perhaps if this collaborative project goes smoothly, I can even ignore Haravatat and ask for a higher budget directly from the... Oh, I could come up with lots of ideas. With Anissa's help.
Accurate and detailed.
You're right. Explanations are a core part of early developments, too. By using detailed and accurate illustrations, we can impart knowledge more effectively. It would also make it easier for me to recruit students. Thank you. I'll take your opinion into account. See you in 2 days.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
Oh, you're here. We're just starting to set up the venue.
We've called up everyone we...
My masterpiece is going to be exhibited after all. To sum up, the 24 forms of pressure-based puzzle mechanisms were used in various ruins.
Oh no.
All right, let's go to the next page. Now, I'll explain the base layer design of elemental monuments.
How did this happen?
Are we done yet? Oh, I'm falling asleep.
I don't understand any of it at all.
Are these really toys?
They sound a bit too dangerous to buy for children.
Oh.
Well, we've prepared paper prototypes for everyone. If you're interested in the mechanisms Madame Faruzan's talked about, you're more than welcome to try them out.
Oh, this is no fun. Can I try another toy?
I want to go home and play Genius Invocation TCG.
Oh no.
Forget it. I don't think anyone would be interested.
I should go home and take care of my children.
Whoa.
How did this happen? Forget about getting opinions from others. No one even wanted to stay and try them out.
I'm sorry. I think we miscalculated.
I think this is my fault. I'm going to say sorry.
No, you simply gave suggestions. I was the one who decided to follow through. Anise, too, was only following my instructions. I will find a way to make up for this error. Please, give me some time. I'll write another reference book.
Excuse me, but are you the one who wrote this reference book?
I'll say this ending happened before the other ending I
yes.
just got.
Who are you?
This is definitely the worst ending.
You're that man Mountain who was in the crowd just now.
Do I stand out that much? Well, I guess I don't look like someone who'd have anything to do with toys. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kamal, the branch master of Sumeru's Adventurers Guild.
What's the branch master doing here? Were you looking for us, or did something happen?
I came to Port Ormos to visit some old friends. On the way over, I saw the booklet you were handing out, so I came to take a look. Can you print a few more copies of this booklet and sell them to the Adventurers Guild? Also, could you make full-fledged models of those paper prototypes and sell them to us as well?
What does the Adventurers Guild want with these toys?
What the
You
heck?
may see them as toys, but to adventurers who need to deal with all sorts of machines and contraptions within ancient ruins, this booklet is a true treasure. We have many members who can't read, so books are of little use to them. What they know of handling mechanisms has been learned solely through word of mouth. Even if the academia granted public access to all their books, there are people who can't use them.
Ah, and our booklet is practically all pictures.
Well, it is designed for children.
It might be a bit too difficult for children, but it's perfect for adventurers. Also, those paper strips, you called them paper prototypes? If you can make wooden versions for demonstration purposes, even the most illiterate person would be able to follow along and understand. If we can supply a model set for each branch, and if each adventurer carries a booklet with them, then ruin exploration will become much safer.
You really think so? I mean, yes. I always knew it. Knowledge will always be needed, one way or another.
Making models of contraptions for the Adventurers Guild? To be honest, that sounds like a good avenue to explore to me.
Will there be issues?
We'll probably have to send in a separate
Will this be
application, but
problematic?
it shouldn't be an issue. After all, this concerns safety during the exploration of ruins. It's a problem that the academia is actually trying to address as well.
Then let's cut to the chase and discuss the details of our first order. The amount we're offering to pay in advance is this much.
Look at her smile. The last one better have a good image. I rate my endings based on what the final image looks like. If it makes my Yuri heart happy. Because a lot of these endings feature way more of the side characters than they actually do the two characters that this is supposed to be about. You know? And those are really boring. Because it's literally just NPCs. Most of Noelle's pictures are actually just us and her, which is the best.
You're back?
How was your journey through...
I guess we just tell a partial
So
truth
Madame
this time.
Faruzan has some other things to settle. Alright. And to think that Raid was doing all of those things on the sly. It's good that you all got out of that situation in one piece.
Madame Faruzan will be able to repair Carcata when she gets back, won't she?
Oh hey, we're here. So it's not in first person perspective anymore. That was weird. Frick, I keep going to here instead of time sometimes.
I'm back! What? Is there to be no welcoming party?
Madame Faruzan, we're over here!
That's more like it. Now, here are some components I brought back from the desert. Switch these out with the ones Carcata is using right now, and it'll be back in ship shape.
So this is a relic of an ancient civilization? Unbelievable. Thankfully, it didn't end up in Raid's unscrupulous hands.
Unscrupulous, huh? Sounds like you already told them what happened.
Well, these two endings don't seem like I could headcanon it into happening simultaneously.
Is that so? Thank you. We will talk about everything else later. It's nothing. I've already given all the evidence we have against Raid to the Academia. They're going to be very busy. Too busy to bother us, I'd wager. I'll start repairing Carcata then. Kale, can you help me out?
Of course!
But
It looks fine, but even so, it needs to properly rest up.
where's Madame Faruzan? Oh, there she is.
Ah, you're here. Thank you for keeping Tamimi a secret.
You're not gonna tell?
If I tell them about Tamimi, will they still feel happy for Carcata? Even if we could convince them to accept the components, they'll probably still feel bad about it. I don't want my past to affect people in the present. That applies to both me and other people. It's fine. I'm used to this. I once believed that I'd never hear from my old friends and family ever again. Even their faces are getting hazier in my memories. However, I could remember them clearly again after reading the letter Tamimi handed to me and learning that they'd never given up on me. That's more than enough. I'd be disappointing them if I let myself fall into a slump because of this. Neither my teacher nor my mother would have wanted to see me like that. Besides, you're lending a listening ear to me now, aren't you? Oh, Pardees DI looks pretty scenic at night. Will you take a stroll with me?
Sure.
Once Karkata's condition stabilizes, I'll find a chance to tell Tainari and Kale about all that. But for now, just help me keep this secret.
I've done it before.
Thank you.
It always
Whether
involves
it's
gods
100
for
years
some
ago
reason.
or now, I have people who worry about me.
So for
I
once,
suppose
get
I
to
should
keep a
consider
secret
myself quite fortunate.
for a almost normal.
The only time
an
when I felt
almost normal
otherwise was when I
person.
had just returned to Sumeru. No one came to check up on me then.
Welcome home.
Yeah, I'm home.
Yeah, I can headcanon that this walk happens after
What do you think could be hidden?
after they fix Karkata and stuff. I don't like the ending, but this picture, this was the picture I was hoping for. Ooh. I'm gonna play one more card game. Oh, I'm not sure if I'll take a shower or not. It's still pretty cold, but the afternoon should get hot any second now. The earlier I
Ad
take a
Astra
shower, the less
Abyssos.
I'll have to worry about it while doing all the things I'm doing. How annoying. Maybe I should just take a shower regardless of how I feel. Just so I can get it done and over with. The fruits are really useful. And it's nice that we can finally get Sensetias and apples. Oh, that was quick. Oh, a Quicken team. With Sino. That can certainly work, purely because Sino's already pretty freaking OP. This is technically perfect, but at the same time it really isn't. I'll get rid of this.
Kamisato Ayaka, present.
You stand condemned!
I need to play this. I'm just gonna go attack twice. With any luck, she'll be switching out anyway. So I'll be able to spread the element.
Flash!
Unless she plans on keeping herself there. That'd be pretty dumb though. Yeah, I thought so. Oh wow, that actually
Much
kills. Holy
remains.
shit.
Unfinished.
Never mind, I won't be spreading cryo after
Ta-da!
all.
Please here.
I underestimated how much damage that would deal.
Fine, fine, boom! Go! Ah!
Whoa. Perhaps it would be best if I fast switched.
What's your battle plan?
Nothing. I wish I had one.
Shudder!
Interesting.
Klee can help.
If we can survive impossibly, I can at least do one more melt. It would be of her best interest to just... Yep.
Hi! Yay, I did it! Oh, wait. No, I didn't.
Hmm.
Beg for mercy.
A forest ranger. Forever.
Sino still doesn't have full stacks. Yep, that's gonna happen.
Quiver!
They're out of Quicken too. I can still turn this around.
Vengeance will be mine.
There's nothing I can do about that crow feather now.
Glory to the Shogun!
And that. Okay, nah, I lost. I can't really muscle anymore. can't muscle through that damage.
I willingly yield.
House art's worthless. Did he get no cryo, no electro?
Nowhere to run!
He definitely has electro dice. There's nothing I can do. And on the impossible chance I somehow live. What? Okay, he really did get bad luck. But now he's at full stacks. And I got no healing. If he doesn't kill me, I win.
Surrender!
Yep.
What a sorry sight.
That chance. That was an effective Sarah team. I didn't think Sino would work. Is he mostly normal attacks? Then again, if you put in Sarah, I guess it just means you have more reason to not do normal attacks. I'll go one more. Oh boy, it's a stall team. Oh. Wait, this is hilarious. I'm going to invalidate his stall deck literally right away.
I await your instruction.
In the image of the wilderness.
Are they gonna end their turn? I'm still gonna be able to burst next round either way. I see Libin. Weird. Actually, let's not let her swirl.
Klee can help. Dumpy Dumpy, go!
Not water, too.
Absorption test.
Take flight!
Stand clear.
Ah, right, I get switched to Eula. I knew it. Let's see how this pans out. I have all the fast switching I'll ever need. Wow, terrible dice luck apparently.
Swirl, Mark 2.
It doesn't have any more enamel dice. Definitely gonna switch out. Probably has Impetuous Wind this, but if he has no more enamel.
Ta-da! Klee's here.
Aw.
My research has failed.
Water's form is ever changing.
I see. I should have switched that to play actually. But oh, no talent cards. I thought it was gonna deal bonus damage.
I await your instruction. Take flight! Kamisato Ayaka, present. Sakura Swirl!
Yeah, fat chance I'm winning this. Letting Klee die was a big blunder.
Much remains unfinished.
I lost. Yeah, that Klee death was a big blunder. Woof.
What a sorry sight.
Alright, the achievements. Oops. I've been hitting my mic a lot recently.